You can imagine this has not gone down well in the walls of that mansion in Montecito. Finally, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been told quite publicly just how unimportant they've now become. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here. Hope you keep it well. Isn't it lovely? Yes, hope you keep it well, should I say. Nice to have your company. Let's have a wave. We're by the side of the River Thames today, beating down in beautiful sunshine. Yes, I don't know if you can hear the Thames lapping up. It's not smelling too badly either today. You know, a lot of people say, oh, is the River Thames, what's it like? It kind of have an odour. I'll just leave. I'll just leave it there. I don't know about you as well. This particular side of the River Thames, you know, they've used it a lot in films, everything from Randall and Hopkirk Deceased right through to those old British B films. And it's amazing to think, isn't it, when you're standing here, you think all of the things that have happened, you know, all of the films that have undertaken on this side of the water. I always love stuff like that. I'm sure you all now know. Back as ever, though, to your breaking royal story of the day. I find this fascinating because, you know, if you think about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they're not having a very great 2023, are they? They may have started off thinking, of course, this is going well. He had the release of his book, Spare, and that went to become an international bestseller, making quite a bit of money, although, as I've said before, not enough to pull back the return. But now Prince Harry and Meghan are really facing an uncertain future, simply because today they found out just how unimportant they are, literally over here in the United Kingdom. This all stems from the fact, as we now know, that Prince Harry was taking His Majesty's government, otherwise known as his dad, to court, and the Home Office and, of course, the British Metropolitan Police. This is all about his request for personal protection each and every time he and his wife and his two children, that we very rarely see, decide to return back here to the United Kingdom. Now, as we told you in the first round of this, the Met Police and the Home Office refuted this, basically stating that the Home Office and the Met Police are not for hire. And if you wanted extra protection, then, you know, you simply couldn't hire them. They're way too busy looking after British citizens. What's happened next, of course, is that Harry pushed forward. Now, what's also interesting here is, yes, he could decide to appeal this particular case. And a lot of people are suggesting that he may just do this. But this will play off incredibly badly for not just the king, but of course other senior members of the British monarchy. You see, this case has already cost thousands of pounds, and many people were bemused and perplexed by it. As you know, when Harry returned recently for the coronation of his father, King Charles III, the issue was simply this: the moment that he flew into Heathrow Airport, well, then he fell under the protection, very nicely and very kindly, of his father's Met Police protection officers. They made sure that he was secure during his time here. So really, nobody can understand why this would be an issue going forward. But of course, Harry wanted protection not just here, but for his IPP status around the world, meaning that the British taxpayer would have to fund it, literally, while he was over in California. Now, it's interesting to note on the court documents that we've now seen that Harry decided to label himself in his former title, His Royal Highness HRH, the Duke of Sussex. As we know, he's not allowed to use that particular title since he decided to step back from royal duty way back in 2020. Something obviously that was clearly remiss for the prince as he filled out those particular forms. So where does he go from here? Well, obviously this is a big thumping wake-up reality call for both Meghan and Harry. They will now have to fund their own security, and that's going to be very expensive. And so far, the only way they've been able to afford this ongoing security battle is by simply, of course, funding it themselves through docuseries, books, and becoming part of a mental health group called Better Up. Money, though, doesn't last forever. Security is incredibly expensive. Many people are now suggesting, will this be the final nail in the coffin as far as Prince Harry is concerned? Would he and Meghan then now have to return back here to the United Kingdom in order to make sure that he feels he has the protection that should be afforded to him? Let's not forget, though, that he ramped up his own problems with security by revealing, of course, in his book about the Taliban killings. Could not have been a very clever move, as we pointed out at the time. But for now, as Prince Harry decides whether to appeal this latest ruling from his father's government, it does appear that Harry and Meghan are having to live with the term that they're not as important as truly they thought they were. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.